Matter tonight on KETK's Live at 5 and News at 6. And as always, you can find the latest on our website, myeasttext.com.
Okay, now we're going to switch gears, and we have ETMC here to talk to us about how distracted driving continues to be a problem across the country, with more than 20% of all auto collisions involving someone using a cell phone.
And joining us to talk about this growing trend is Vicki LaMay, paramedic educator from ETMC EMS. And welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So tell us, why is texting and driving so dangerous?
Well, when you're driving, you have to have your eyes on the road, and then your brain has to figure out you need to do something about what you're seeing, and then send that message to your hands and feet. That takes about 3/4 of a second. So when you're traveling about 25 miles per hour, you travel about 60 feet before you actually do anything. At 55 miles per hour, you travel over 200 feet before your body actually does something, swerves, hit your brakes, anything like that. It takes about 4 to 5 seconds to read a text and answer it. So that's 4 to 5 seconds with your eyes off the road, your mind off of what you're doing, probably one hand on the wheel, right? Because it's like this. At 55 miles per hour, you've traveled the length of a football field with your eyes completely not on the road, not paying attention to what you're doing.
So why do you think, this is still obviously a big issue, why do people still continue to do it?
We've gotten so accustomed to, as soon as our phone dings, to looking at it. Looking just out there, not a second goes by that somebody doesn't pick up their phone, just to look at it, to see if somebody's called. So it's become a habit to look at our phone, and while we're driving, we hear the ding, we hear it vibrate, we think of something to tell somebody, our instinct is to pick it up and do something with it.
Some say it's best to educate people, especially teenagers in high school. They're starting to drive, about texting and driving, the dangers. Y'all have a program, correct? And could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so we have about a 15 to 20 minute program. It's kind of fast. It's not too involved, and we talk to the kids or to the school about the dangers of texting and driving, or what distracted driving is, because it's not just cell phones. You've seen people with their pets, with doing their hair, putting their makeup on, eating, drinking while they're driving. So we talk about that. We talked about statistics, what the law says, and then things that they can do to prevent a texting and driving crash.
Yeah, well, and a lot of times, people use their phones for other things, music, looking at the maps. If you get a phone call, what are some ways we can still maybe do that or answer phone calls without having to pick up the phone?
Well, the safest thing to answer a call, talk on the phone, answer a text is just to pull over.
Okay.
You can preset your music before you even take off, so that it's playing what you want to hear. Putting your phone on silent mode so that it doesn't even vibrate. There are some apps out there you can install on your phone that will automatically send a text message to whoever's texting you saying, "Hey, I'm driving. I'll get back to you as soon as I get to a stopping point."
Now, you work for ETMC, and I know you've maybe heard or seen some things. You personally, how important is it for you to go and educate folks out there not to be distracted while driving?
Well, quite often in these crashes, it's not a minor crash. It's a major crash. People get injured, people die. I have told a spouse that her husband died on scene. I have pronounced people on scene. One time it's very emotional for us to go on these calls. It's emotional for the families, for everybody involved. It's very important to us to make sure that we try to bring those crashes down to nothing if possible.
Okay, thank you so much, Vicki.
Thank
Appreciate
you, Vicki.
it.
Well, coming up after the